All right, so today we're really diving deep. We're going all the way in, folks, ready to explore suffering, injustice, and love.
Ooh, big topics.
Yeah, no kidding. And we're using Dostoevsky as our guide, specifically his writings about 19th century St. Petersburg.
Perfect setting for it, right? Dostoevsky, all that intensity.
So Dostoevsky doesn't shy away from showing us the hard stuff, the nitty-gritty of human experience. It's not just plot points. It's the inner turmoil, the emotions beneath the surface that make it so powerful.
Right from the start, you're hit with this intense suffering, like
Yeah.
the narrator's illness.
Oh, yeah. And then there's that scene with the old man dying right there on the street. Just heartbreaking.
And Dostoevsky doesn't just tell you about it. He paints this vivid picture of the old man's living conditions. That cramped room, practically empty, it just hammers home the reality of poverty. The suffering is right there in front of you.
Absolutely. It makes it so real, so visceral. And it makes you realize that suffering isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional, too. Look at Natasha and Alyosha. Their whole relationship is a study in suffering caused by love.
Yeah, all that anxiety she feels, those sleepless nights, and her face so pale. It's all because her love for Alyosha is so uncertain, so fragile. She's terrified of losing him. You can almost feel her pain when she says she'll endure anything as long as she can be with him.
It's incredible how Dostoevsky shows that love can be this source of incredible joy, but also immense pain. And the suffering doesn't stop with the lovers, it ripples outward, especially affecting their parents.
Oh, for sure. Nikolai Sergeyevich, Natasha's father, is literally made sick by the whole situation.
And her mother, Anna Andreevna, those tears, the grief she feels. Dostoevsky captures the heartbreak of a parent watching their child make choices they don't agree with. It's that classic parent-child struggle, but with such high stakes.
Yeah, and you see the conflict in Anna Andreevna, that tension between her anger and her love for Natasha. Parental love is powerful, but it's definitely put to the test in these stories.
Absolutely. And then you have Nellie. Her whole life seems like one long struggle. She's an orphan, constantly facing illness, threats, abuse. When she says she'll beat me, it just chills you to the bone.
You know, Nellie's suffering really forces us to confront the injustice woven into the fabric of their world. It's not just about bad luck, it's about systems that create and perpetuate suffering.
Exactly. Look at Nikolai Sergeyevich's lawsuit. That didn't just happen out of the blue. It was a direct result of the prince's actions. The prince is like this embodiment of injustice. He manipulates everyone around him, especially Natasha and her family, purely for his own financial gain.
And Mazloboev, remember him, his anger at what happened to Ikhmeniev just adds to this overall sense that things are deeply unfair.
Yeah, Maslow's reaction is like a mirror reflecting the injustice that so many characters are experiencing. So we've got societal injustice on a broad scale, but it also plays out in smaller, more intimate ways. It's in the power dynamics, the betrayals, and the abuses of trust that happen between individuals.
The prince is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He exploits everyone around him, using them as pawns in his schemes. He doesn't care about their well-being at all.
Mm-hmm.
And his treatment of Natasha, so condescending, just dripping with disregard, it's a clear abuse of power.
And you know, what's interesting is that even Nikolai Sergeyevich, who we might see as a victim in some ways, can also perpetuate this cycle of injustice. Think about how he reacts to Natasha's relationship with Alyosha. He feels wronged, betrayed, he accuses her of slander. All this rage and resentment comes from a place of his parental authority being challenged and societal expectations being disrupted.
That's what makes Dostoevsky so brilliant. He shows how these things are never black and white. Everyone is capable of both suffering and inflicting injustice.
Totally. And then there's Alyosha, caught between his own feelings for Natasha and the societal pressure to make a good marriage, meaning one that brings wealth and status. You can see how societal expectations, those unwritten rules, can trap people and lead to even more suffering.
Right, it's this conflict between genuine love and what society dictates. It's a dilemma that still resonates today.
Okay, so we've talked about suffering and injustice, but now let's turn to love. It's like this electric current running through the whole story, but it's a complicated kind of love.
Definitely. There are so many different shades of love explored in these excerpts. You have Natasha's love for Alyosha, which is so passionate, so all-consuming that it almost borders on obsession. She's willing to sacrifice everything for him.
But it's also a love that makes her incredibly vulnerable. It's almost like she's setting herself up for heartbreak.
Exactly. And then you have this contrast with a love between Natasha and her parents. It's messy, it's full of conflict, but ultimately it's a powerful bond. Even though they disagree, they still deeply care for each other.
You see it in their worry for her, in their longing to reconcile. And Anna Andreevna, even though she's angry, You can sense this underlying affection, this maternal love that can't be erased. And then there's Nikolai Sergeyevich and Nellie.
That's such a powerful transformation. At first, he resents her, but he eventually opens his heart to her. He shows that even amidst all the pain and anger, there's still space for love and forgiveness. It's pretty amazing.
And it's not just these grand, passionate loves either. There are these smaller moments of connection and kindness that really stand out. The narrator's care for Nellie, Alexander Seminovna's compassion towards both of them.
Even Alyosha's desire to treat the narrator like a brother speaks to this human need for belonging, for finding people we can rely on. But Dostoevsky is careful to show us the darker side of love, too.
Right, he doesn't sugarcoat it. It's not all sunshine and roses. Natasha's love for Alyosha is tinged with jealousy, maybe even a little possessiveness. And their relationship is so volatile.
And then you have Prince Valkovsky, who represents this completely cynical view of love. He sees relationships as transactions, as ways to gain power and wealth. His perspective is the opposite of Natasha's idealism.
Yeah, it makes you think about all the different forms love can take, some healthy, some not so much. But even amidst all this suffering and injustice, there are these glimmers of hope. Like those moments when Natasha and Alyosha reconcile, however briefly.
Remember the old man's unexpected kindness towards Nellie. Those small acts of compassion suggest that even in the darkest of times, human connection can still shine through.
Right. And Anna Andreevna, her growing affection for Nellie, it shows that love can blossom in the most unexpected places. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's striking is how intertwined these themes really are. Suffering leads to injustice, injustice causes more suffering, and love, well, love can be both the cause and the cure.
It's this complex web, right? It's not neat and tidy. And that's what makes Dostoevsky's work so compelling. He shows us the messiness of life, the good, the bad, and everything in between.
And that's what makes it so relatable. It's like holding up a mirror to the human condition, even though these stories are set centuries ago. So as you go about your day, think about the themes we've explored. How does suffering, injustice, and love manifest in your own life and in the world around you? Do Dostoevsky's insights offer any guidance on how to navigate these complexities? It's definitely food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.